Cryptocurrency mining can be an exciting way to earn passive income, but the process can feel overwhelming for beginners. One crucial concept you need to understand is crypto mining pools. But what exactly are they? How can you leverage them to increase your mining rewards and reduce risks? In this episode, we'll dive deep into the world of mining pools, uncover their benefits, and show you why joining one might be the smartest move for any crypto miner. Crypto mining pools have become an essential part of the mining landscape, enabling miners to pool their resources together to maximize their chances of success. Instead of working independently, miners join forces to create a collective pool of computing power, increasing the overall hash rate of the group and improving the likelihood of successfully mining a block. To understand mining pools better, let's dive deeper into how they function and why they are so popular in the cryptocurrency mining community. When individual miners work alone, called solo mining, they are competing for the same rewards, but with significantly less chance of success. Mining, especially with highly competitive cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, requires enormous computing power. If a miner doesn't have access to sufficient hash rate or specialized equipment, their probability of mining a block diminishes greatly. This is where mining pools come into play. By combining the hash rates of many miners, a pool has a much better chance of finding a block and reaping the associated rewards. Once the pool successfully mines a block, the reward is distributed to all participating miners according to their contribution to the pool's mining power. In essence, mining pools make it easier for smaller miners to participate in the mining process and earn cryptocurrency without the high upfront cost and resources associated with solo mining. It allows even newcomers to the space to join in and get consistent payouts, even without having a massive amount of mining power. The idea of joining a mining pool might seem straightforward, but the benefits are far-reaching. Solo mining, especially in high-difficulty cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, can be a slow, tedious, and financially draining process. Here are a few reasons why mining pools have gained such popularity. Solo mining, as the name suggests, is the process of mining on your own without collaborating with other miners. While it's a great concept for those who enjoy complete control, the reality is that the chances of a solo miner successfully mining a block in today's highly competitive network are slim. Solo mining typically requires an enormous amount of computational power, which only large mining operations can afford. In solo mining, miners are essentially rolling the dice, hoping to win a massive reward after working tirelessly. However, this can often lead to long waiting times with no payout at all. The difficulty level in mining networks like Bitcoin is adjusted regularly, making it even harder for individual miners with limited hash rates to compete. In contrast, mining pools solve this problem by combining the mining power of multiple participants. This pool of computing resources makes it far easier for miners to increase their chances of successfully mining a block and earning rewards. Mining pools offer a more consistent and predictable income stream compared to solo mining. With solo mining, you may find yourself mining for days, weeks, or even months without any significant reward. When you mine with a pool, the collective hash rate of the group increases your chances of finding blocks more frequently, resulting in regular payouts. Mining pools allow miners to receive smaller but more consistent payouts over time. Instead of waiting for a potentially massive payout, which may never come, pool participants can rely on receiving regular portions of the rewards, regardless of whether they are the ones to find the block. This is particularly important for those who can't afford the extended waiting periods associated with solo mining. Mining pools enable participants to receive steady payouts, which can be important for miners who rely on the returns to cover their electricity costs or mining hardware maintenance. When you choose to mine with a pool, you're essentially joining a group of like-minded individuals or organizations with a shared goal, mining cryptocurrency and receiving rewards. For many miners, the allure of regular payouts, reduced risk, and better resources is the key factor in making the decision to join a pool. Let's take a closer look at the benefits of mining in a pool. Mining pools offer a significant advantage in terms of reward predictability. Unlike solo mining, where you could go long periods without finding a block, pools provide more regular payouts to their members. By contributing your mining power to the pool, you get a share of the rewards whenever the pool successfully mines a block. The rewards from mining pools are typically split proportionally based on how much power you contribute to the pool. If you contribute 10% of the pool's total hash rate, you'll receive 10% of the reward once a block is mined. This ensures that everyone is rewarded according to their level of participation. Since mining pools typically solve blocks more frequently than a solo miner would, mining pools provide a regular income stream, making them more attractive to miners who seek stable and predictable earnings. When you mine solo, your potential payout can vary drastically. Some miners might go for months without mining a block, and others might strike it rich with a large reward. The volatility in solo mining payouts can be frustrating, especially for miners who lack the resources to compete with large mining farms. On the other hand, mining pools reduce the variability of payouts. The more miners that are part of the pool, the more frequent the payouts will be. Even though the rewards per payout may be smaller than a solo mining payout, pool members can expect to receive payouts more consistently. This reduced variability helps ensure that miners receive income at regular intervals. Miners participating in a pool have a much better chance of receiving smaller payouts consistently. While a single large payout from solo mining is always enticing, the small, consistent payouts from a pool offer a more reliable, sustainable income model. One of the key benefits of mining pools is access to superior mining resources. Solo miners typically rely on their own hardware, which may not be sufficient to compete in a high-difficulty network. However, mining pools bring together the resources of many miners, leading to a collective, much more powerful mining rig. These combined resources result in a higher hash rate, which increases the pool's chances of successfully solving a block. Mining pools usually have access to more powerful mining rigs, advanced equipment, and better infrastructure, making it easier for them to successfully mine blocks and earn rewards. By joining a pool, you benefit from the collective power of a group of miners, even if you don't have the resources to build a large mining farm yourself. This gives you a much higher chance of success than if you were mining solo with limited computing power. The most significant advantage of mining pools is the reduced risk for individual miners. Solo mining carries the risk of investing significant time, effort, and money into mining without any return. The uncertainty associated with solo mining is high, as you might spend resources and electricity on mining without ever successfully mining a block. By joining a mining pool, miners can significantly reduce this risk. Since the rewards are shared among all participants, the volatility of income is reduced. Even if a miner's individual contribution isn't large, they will still receive their proportional share of the rewards as long as the pool is successful in mining blocks. The pooling of resources means that the risk of going without payouts is spread out. Smaller rewards are distributed more regularly, which makes the income stream less dependent on the luck or rarity of a large mining payout. To fully grasp how mining pools work, it's essential to understand the mechanics behind cryptocurrency mining. Cryptocurrency mining involves verifying transactions on a blockchain network by solving complex cryptographic puzzles, a process that requires significant computing power. In essence, miners use their hardware to compete to solve these puzzles. And when a puzzle is solved, the miner who solves it is rewarded with newly minted cryptocurrency and transaction fees. However, mining on your own, known as solo mining, can be inefficient, especially for cryptocurrencies with high mining difficulty. The computing power required to solve a block can be beyond the reach of individual miners, and as a result, mining alone can lead to long waits between rewards, if any at all. This is where mining pools come in. Mining pools are groups of miners who combine their computing power to increase their chances of solving a block. Once a block is successfully mined, the pool members share the reward in proportion to the amount of work they contributed. Pool mining offers more consistent rewards and a much better chance of successfully mining blocks than solo mining. The first step in pool mining is joining a pool. Not all mining pools are created equal, so selecting the right one is crucial. There are several factors to consider when choosing a mining pool. Most mining pools charge a fee for operating the pool, typically between 1% and 3% of the reward. This fee is deducted before the rewards are distributed to miners. Different pools use different payout methods, which will influence how and when you get paid. Some pools pay you on a per-share basis, while others pay after a block is found. Some pools specialize in mining specific cryptocurrencies, so you'll need to choose a pool that mines the coin you are interested in. Once you've chosen a pool, you need to set up an account with the pool operator and connect your mining hardware to their server. Depending on the pool, the setup process may vary, but generally, the pool will provide a unique address or worker ID that you'll use to track your mining contribution. After you join a pool, the next step is the actual mining process. Each participant contributes their computing power to help solve the cryptographic puzzles required to mine a block. The mining pool combines the hashing power of all its participants to increase the likelihood of solving a block. In a mining pool, your mining hardware doesn't necessarily need to solve the entire puzzle. Instead, miners in the pool work together to find a solution by completing small parts of the puzzle. These smaller tasks are referred to as shares, and miners receive credit for each valid share they contribute. Shares are not actual solutions to the block, but are part of the work that leads to the solution. The pool operator keeps track of the shares submitted by each miner and uses that data to determine each participant's contribution to the overall mining process. When the pool successfully mines a block, the reward is distributed based on the amount of work each miner has contributed in terms of shares. When the pool collectively solves a block by completing all of the cryptographic tasks, the reward for that block is awarded to the pool. This block reward typically consists of newly minted cryptocurrency and transaction fees paid by users of the blockchain network. After the block is found, the pool operator will distribute the rewards among the participants based on the amount of hashing power they contributed. Miners who contributed more power to the pool's effort will receive a larger share of the reward. The system ensures that miners are compensated in proportion to their input, making it a fair and transparent way to share rewards. The likelihood of solving a block depends on the hash rate of the pool as a whole. Larger pools with more miners will find blocks more frequently, while smaller pools may find blocks less often. The more powerful the pool, the more often they will solve a block and therefore earn rewards. Once the pool has solved a block, the next step is to distribute the rewards to the miners. The payout structure depends on the pool's chosen method, but generally, payouts are made on a regular basis, such as daily or weekly. Payouts are typically made in cryptocurrency and can be sent directly to the miner's wallet. Most pools calculate your earnings based on the number of shares you've submitted. For example, if you contributed 10% of the total shares needed to find a block, you would receive 10% of the block reward. The reward is divided among all miners in the pool, with each miner receiving their proportional share. The pool operator typically takes a small administrative fee before distributing the rewards. It's also important to note that pools have minimum payout thresholds. If your earnings don't meet the pool's payout minimum, the pool may hold your funds until you reach that threshold. Not all mining pools work the same way. Each pool has a different method for distributing rewards, and miners must choose a pool that aligns with their needs. Let's take a closer look at the most common types of mining pools and how they operate. The proportional pool (PPS) model is the most common reward distribution method used by mining pools. In a PPS pool, miners are paid for every valid share they submit. When the pool successfully mines a block, each miner is compensated based on the number of shares they contributed during the process. The pros include predictable and regular payouts, constant payment based on the amount of work done, and it's good for miners who prefer stability and don't want to rely on finding a block. The cons are that the pool operator often takes a higher fee to cover the cost of guaranteeing regular payouts, and the payout per block can be slightly lower compared to other models. Proportional pools are ideal for miners who want consistent rewards without having to wait for a long time to find a block. The PPLNS, Pay Per Last N Shares system, pays miners based on the last N number of shares submitted. Unlike PPS, where miners are paid per share immediately, PPLNS is based on shares over a set number of blocks or a specific time period. The system aims to reward miners who stick with the pool over a longer period and prevent pool operators from exploiting high variance periods. The pros include higher payouts for miners who stay with the pool long term and often better rewards for those who contribute continuously. The cons are that payouts can be less predictable, and miners might experience inconsistent payouts since it depends on the number of shares submitted in the last N shares. PPLNS is typically used by pools that want to encourage long-term participation and reduce the effects of variance on payouts. The FPPS, full pay per share model, is similar to PPS, but with one key difference. It includes transaction fees in addition to the block reward. When a pool solves a block, the pool may also collect transaction fees for the transactions included in the block. In an FPPS pool, these transaction fees are shared among all miners, along with the regular block reward. The pros include higher payouts since it includes transaction fees in addition to the block reward and ensures that miners are compensated for the full value of mining a block. The cons are that FPPS pools generally have higher fees than regular PPS pools, as they need to cover the cost of collecting and distributing transaction fees, and the higher fees can reduce the overall payout per block. Miners who join FPPS pools can earn a higher total payout due to the additional transaction fees. While solo mining pools are technically still pools, they differ from the other types in that they allow miners to mine independently while benefiting from pooled resources. In a solo mining pool, the pool operator sets up a pool, but allows miners to keep all the rewards from any blocks they find themselves. The pros include higher rewards for successful mining, since miners keep all the rewards from blocks they solve, and provides a more independent experience for miners who don't want to share their rewards with others. The cons are that it requires much more computing power compared to traditional pools, and rewards are rare, with the chances of successfully solving a block significantly lower for individual miners with limited hash rate. Solo mining pools may appeal to miners who have a significant amount of mining power and want to maximize their potential rewards without sharing them. Choosing the right mining pool is a critical decision that can significantly impact your mining profitability and overall experience. When selecting a mining pool, there are several key factors to consider. One of the first things to evaluate when choosing a mining pool is the fee structure. Most mining pools charge a fee to cover their operational costs, and these fees can vary significantly. Typically, the fees range from 0% to 3%, with the most common being around 1%. Lower fees are often more attractive to miners, but it's crucial to remember that fees alone shouldn't be the deciding factor. While lower fees may seem appealing, it's also important to assess the pool's reliability, track record, and efficiency. A pool with extremely low fees might not offer the same level of support, resources, or stability as one that charges slightly higher fees. It's essential to weigh the fee structure against the pool's reputation, performance, and service quality. In addition, some pools may have different fee structures depending on the payout method they use. For instance, pay-per-share (PPS) pools often charge higher fees than other types of pools like PPLNS, pay-per-last-N shares, as PPS provides more predictable payouts for miners. Be sure to research and compare the fees of different pools to determine which is best for your mining strategy and risk tolerance. The physical location of a mining pool's servers can have a significant impact on your mining efficiency. Mining involves solving complex cryptographic puzzles, which requires a lot of data transmission between miners and the pool's server. Latency, or the delay in data transfer, can reduce the efficiency of your mining operation and negatively affect your chances of solving blocks. Choosing a pool with servers located near your geographic location can help minimize latency, which can in turn improve your mining performance. Many mining pools offer multiple server locations around the world, allowing you to select one that is closest to you. Reducing latency ensures that your mining software can communicate with the pool's server more quickly, leading to more frequent and successful mining attempts. A lower latency can also reduce the chances of missing a block or receiving outdated information. This is particularly important in high-difficulty mining situations, where every second counts. Pools with multiple server locations will usually direct miners to the closest one automatically, optimizing mining efficiency. The reputation of a mining pool is another crucial factor to consider when making your selection. You want to ensure that the pool you choose has a solid track record, transparent operations, and reliable payouts. Reputation can also influence the overall stability of the pool. A reputable pool will usually be more transparent about its fees, payout structure, and the amount of hashing power it controls. Before joining a mining pool, it's advisable to read reviews, explore forums, and gather feedback from other miners who have experience with the pool. Trusted pools usually have positive feedback from their users and offer a stable payout structure that has been proven over time. Researching a pool's history and checking for any signs of irregularities or issues can help you avoid potential problems down the road. Another aspect of pool reputation is the pool's level of transparency. A pool that clearly communicates how it operates, distributes rewards, and handles payouts is preferable over one that is secretive or vague about its operations. Transparency fosters trust and ensures that miners can make informed decisions about where to allocate their resources. Payment methods vary between mining pools, so it's essential to choose one that aligns with your mining goals and preferences. Some pools offer payout methods such as PPS, pay per share, PPLNS, pay per last end shares, and FPPS, full pay per share. Each payment method has its own pros and cons, so you should carefully evaluate which one suits your needs. PPS provides more predictable payouts, as miners are paid based on the number of shares they contribute. While it ensures regular payouts, the trade-off is typically higher fees and slightly lower payouts per block. PPS is a good option for miners who prefer stability and reliability in their earnings. PPLNS is a more variable payout structure that rewards miners based on the most recent shares they submit. This method tends to result in higher payouts if you stay with the pool long term, but it is less predictable compared to PPS. If you're comfortable with some variability in your payouts and are committed to a specific pool, PPLNS could be a good choice. FPPS pools ensure that transaction fees earned from mining are also distributed among miners, in addition to the block reward. This increases the overall payouts, but often comes with higher fees. If you're interested in earning more than just the block rewards, FPPS may be an attractive option, but you should weigh the higher fees against the additional benefits. Choosing the right payment method depends on your preference for stability versus potential higher rewards. If you prefer a consistent income stream, PPS might be the best option. However, if you're willing to accept more variability in payouts for the chance of higher earnings over time, PPLNS could be the better choice. While mining pools offer several advantages, including more consistent payouts and shared resources, they also come with certain risks. One of the most significant risks of mining pools is centralization. As more miners join a particular pool, the pool's hashing power increases. If a single pool accumulates too much hashing power, it can undermine the decentralized nature of the cryptocurrency network. The centralization of mining power can lead to several issues. First, it can reduce the security of the network. A pool with too much power could potentially execute a 51% attack, where they could alter the blockchain or double spend coins. This would undermine the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, which is designed to be decentralized and resistant to manipulation. Second, centralization could give the pool operator too much control over the network. In the event of pool dominance, the operator could dictate block rewards, payout structures, and other important decisions that impact miners. To mitigate this risk, many miners diversify their mining efforts by joining smaller, less centralized pools. Pool hopping is a practice where miners switch between pools frequently in search of higher payouts. While this may seem like a way to maximize profits, it can lead to decreased payouts and reduced stability in the pool. Pool hopping can also harm the overall health of a mining pool by introducing unpredictability into the number of shares submitted. Miners who hop from one pool to another can disrupt the pool's reward distribution system, as payouts are often based on the shares contributed over a specific period. Frequent switching can result in missed opportunities and lower payouts. Additionally, some pools may implement penalties for miners who switch too often. To avoid the negative consequences of pool hopping, miners should commit to a single pool for an extended period. This way, they can benefit from the pool's payout structure and contribute to its stability. Pool fees, while necessary for covering the operating costs of the mining pool, can also eat into your overall profits. Some pools charge a flat fee, while others may take a percentage of your earnings based on your hashing power. It's essential to carefully assess how much the pool charges and whether the pool's rewards justify the fees. High pool fees can be a significant drain on your mining earnings, particularly if you're working with a low-margin operation. It's always a good idea to review the fee structure and consider how it will impact your bottom line. Be sure to read the fine print before committing to any pool, as hidden fees or unclear payout structures can negatively affect your profitability. Another potential risk of mining pools is the possibility that the pool operator could go down or shut down entirely. In such cases, you might not receive the payouts you're owed. Some pool operators may experience financial difficulties, technical issues, or even exit scams that leave miners without compensation. To minimize the risk of falling victim to an unreliable pool operator, always research the pool before joining. Look for pools that have been in operation for a long time and have a strong reputation within the mining community. Some pools also offer guarantees or insurance to protect miners' funds in case of operator failure, but these guarantees are not always present. Choosing a trustworthy and reliable pool operator is essential for ensuring that you receive your payouts and that your mining operation runs smoothly. Always check the operator's history and the pool's terms before making a commitment. Crypto mining continues to evolve rapidly, and mining pools are no exception. As new coins and protocols emerge, mining pools will have to adapt. Some of the trends to watch for include merged mining, where some pools allow miners to mine two different coins simultaneously without additional computational work, increasing profitability for miners. The environmental impact, as mining pools are increasingly under scrutiny for their energy consumption. And in the future, greener solutions like using renewable energy sources may become a major selling point for mining pools. And the decentralization push, as the trend is toward reducing centralization and promoting more decentralized pool systems. Joining a mining pool is one of the best ways to increase your chances of earning regular crypto rewards without risking it all. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned miner, the collective power of mining pools offers many advantages, from reduced risk to more frequent payouts. Before jumping in, be sure to research and find the right pool for you, considering fees, payout structures, and pool reputation. And always keep in mind that while mining pools bring many rewards, they also come with their own set of risks. Now that you understand mining pools inside and out, the next step is to dive in and start mining. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more crypto insights. Follow us on X, YouTube, Medium, Instagram, and Threads at True Crypto Insights and Crypto Tribex for podcast.